Salina.
It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and rule my
Welcome to
world.
Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers, just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Sorry, I'm a little late. Hey, Lions Den, how are you? Hope everybody is doing well. I'm about to start driving. You know, sometimes I need y'all because I need somebody to talk to while I'm on this road because, honey, I get so intense being on these Dallas streets, honey. These folks can't drive. Yes, these folks cannot drive out here, honey. So I gotta put my shades on, get my hair right. How's everybody doing? You doing good? Yeah, I'm about to go do an appointment today. Sorry. I was gonna do a reaction of the Atlanta interviews. I watch those a lot because anybody that knows me, you know, Lions Den. I love. Excuse me if I'm a little sweaty. Like I said, it is hot. This is Texas weather, honey. Got some things to do today. Then I went ahead and just got dressed for tonight. Going somewhere. So if my phone go the other way or go this way, forgive me. You know that goes with driving, and I don't know what's up with this stand. It's a little weird, but anyway, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna keep my eyes. Thank you. I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the road as much as possible. But anyway, because I had already been told I can't drive. So that's pretty interesting. Oh yes, you see how red this weather? I mean, it is. Ooh. Arizona, period. So anyway, back what I was going to be talking about today was about 99% of people could care less. And I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, Black Ubiquity, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. But 99% of people could care less what you are going through. So be careful who you to vent a lot. And sometimes I would vent to the wrong people. Not so much that some of these people weren't bad people. They just weren't people that I could vent to. Number one, they were so preoccupied with their own problems. Some things that they hear people say, they feel it's redundant, and they just don't feel like hearing it because they got their own stuff going on. And they're trying to figure out their own stuff. And then some people that you vent to will listen to you long enough and laugh and giggle and act like they're really empathetic and sympathetic to what you're going through, and they could care less. But what they do is that's different than the other person. The other person is not a bad person. They're so preoccupied with their own life, they don't even have time to even worry about any or think about anybody else's, to put themselves in their shoes, because they're preoccupied with their own. But there's the other that you vent to, and they'll use it against you later. You know what I'm saying? Care about what you're going through. Your mother or your father could be in the hospital, and you're really going through some things. You're really stressed out about some things, and you think you're telling somebody that may care about you. And this person in the back of your head, they're thinking, a lot of times there will be some people that are not empathetic and too sympathetic to people's situation. And when I was looking at this, I was looking at Atlanta's street interviews, and she looked like she was on some substance abuse. On some she was on something. I think she was either on crack cocaine or something like that. But a lot of the people that he interviewed that are homeless are either on drugs or they're on alcohol. And so this one lady, he stopped, and he was talking to her, and that's a part of what he loved doing. That's a part of his job. People that are homeless in the Atlanta metro area. So he was interviewing this lady, and this lady was telling the story about, she has 3 kids. They're from all the way from 14 to 2, and she's 32 years old. So she started having sex at a very young age. And the first person that she had sex with at 7 years old was her own father. And when she was telling Marcus the story, she was very upset. She still was upset. And this happened years and years ago when she was 7 years old, up to the time when her mother, that wasn't in her life, came to rescue her. But with that rescue, it wasn't an ideal situation either. Her mother was on some kind of substance abuse, and her mother ended up also selling her, her daughter as well, to prostitution. So she just had a life that was very hard, challenging, and a 32-year-old woman that looks like she's 50 or 60, you got to know that this person has lived a very hard, tumultuous lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And some of that was not of her own doing. But because she went through the stuff that she went through at 7 years old from 2 people that were supposed to protect her, she had a guard up, but she also, to get rid of the pain and numb what she was going through, she got on substance to numb that, so she couldn't feel anything, right? And so she was explaining her stories, and as she was explaining it, she was so angry. She was so angry that this stuff was happening to her. And it ended up where, when she was telling the story, she kind of ended up crying. And her thing was to Marcus, thank you for asking me. And seeming, she was like, thank you for asking me my story, because everybody else that I tried to tell my story to, they did not care. That's amazing how you can go past hundreds of people a day and not one person really cares about your existence. That's amazing, right? And this woman has probably bypassed hundreds of women and men, probably even hundreds of men that she slept with, and she was also married as well. So that's another thing to the story. She was married as well, but her husband was doing a lot. He was 20 years older than her, and they were at a home that somebody gave them. But anyway, he ended up mishandling the home that they were in, and that's how they became homeless. And that even furthered her drug habit, right? Hey, Rollo. So she said to that man, thank you so much for asking me what I went through, because she said, you have no idea. Nobody cares when I tell my story about what I have been through, right? And then you'll have people that seem like they'll care, but they'll use it for their advantage to use it against you. So if you don't learn anything from this, number one, I would say, because of situations that I've been through, I'm a little bit more sympathetic and empathetic to people that go through certain things. Some things that people cannot see, I can see it. Because when you've been through enough and you've seen enough, you know how to be a little bit more, you have a little bit more compassion over when people are going through something. And then when you get mad at them, you understand that you can't use that against them to throw that back in their face when you get upset or you have a disagreement with people. But that's what in this world we do. But it's a lot of the times people are just not empathetic and sympathetic to what people are going through, because number one, they just don't care. Some people are so preoccupied with their own issues and their own problems, they just don't have time to even care about anybody else. Thank you, Rilo. Shout out to you. They just could care less about what people are going through. And sometimes that doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that they're really just, they can be real selfish, right? But that doesn't make them a bad person, because we all have that to an extent. We all have that to an extent. But the people that I have most of the problems with, the people that you vent to, and you trust that, you know, your information, that the things that you've gone through and the things that you've experienced will be between you guys. And that person will use that very thing against you. Right? When I look at people, sometimes I really do for other people, you know. And this world is living proof that this world is basically self-based. It's all about what makes me feel good and what I want out of the situation. It's really not about, let me try to understand. Let me see if I can kind of understand what people just do not give a damn. And that is the best way that I can put it. So when you know that people, for the most part, don't give a damn, be careful who you vent to. Be careful who you give information to. Hey, thank you. Somebody else gave me, who is this? I didn't see it. Thank you, Chill. I appreciate you. I didn't see you at first. I'm so sorry. I appreciate you, Chill. And put your channel in the chat. Rilo, put your channel in the chat. Whoever's a content creator, please let me know and let my moms know, and put your channel in the chat. But you got to really understand that 99%, and I'm glad that this wise woman told me that, because it stopped me in my tracks. Because from the way that I have been brought up, and I just don't understand how people can be so callous, so self-centered, to the point that they see nothing and nobody else. And then once they do get precious information, because a person has told them, you know, what they've been through, and you know, and shared things with them on how they've been through different things in their life, and then they use that very thing against them to hurt them. That's what people do. And I'm going to say 1% of people know how to show empathy and sympathy to other people. Listen, I don't have to go through being homeless to have a heart for somebody that's on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's some people that are so mad at homeless people, and some homeless people are homeless by choice, and some are homeless by you know, situations that have happened, and they've never regained their confidence to go back out there and try to find a job and And you know, a lot of people struggle with not only substance abuse, they struggle with mental illness. So, you know, a lot of the times we want to judge people, but we don't really know people's story. We don't know what people had to go through, the reason why they're there where they are. But see, you got so many people now, they don't give a damn about it either way it goes. Whatever you went through, you know. But then the sick part about some human beings, they don't care about what other people go through, but they want people to care about what they go through. See, it's real funny when a shoe is put on the other foot and you're going through some of the same things that other person that was telling you that you didn't care about what they was going through, you going through it now, right? Hey, Miss Simmons, good to see you. It's real funny when that shoe is put on the other person. See, people really don't care unless it happens to them. When it happens to them, oh, you want people to cry. You want people to understand how you feel. You want people to keep everything you say and keep it and value what you said and everything and keep it to yourself. But when it's another person, you don't have that same compassion, right? You don't have that same empathy or sympathy for another person. And if I ain't learned nothing else in some of the things that I've been through, is number one, 99% of people could give a care less, could care less what you going through. Number two, be careful who you vent to, because you don't know that person's motives. You don't know that person's heart. Hey, Emmanuel. And number three, sometimes you just have to shut up. That's the things that I've learned in life, especially being on social media apps. That should help you in life. A lot of the times, either we talk too much and we overshare to people that don't even like or respect us. I like the quote Urban came to another content creator, for those who know, that frequents my channel. And he was talking about how, Selena, you got to be careful about dealing with people, especially online. And he was saying, and even in real life, you're right. You know, sometimes in real life, we go and we meet people, and, you know, sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. But what he was saying is there's a difference between people being cool with you and people respecting you, right? There's two different things. People being cool with you, they're cool with you until they get what they want. And once they get what they want, once you have served your purpose, they're done with your ass. Okay, you're no value to them. So everything that you have told me, everything that you have shared with a person, is going to be thrown back in your face, and it's also going to be other things added with that too, right? Don't forget that. Don't forget the things that was not said that was added. They'll put that in there too. And then the other thing he said, the person that respects you, even if they don't like or you disagree about something, they still will not use it against you. They respect you as a person, and they're not going to use the information. They're not going to use anything against you because they respect you enough not to do it, right? It's very hard to find people. And like I said, that's why I said it's 1% of people that understand that and that actually follow it. See, you can be cool, and a lot of people can be cool with you, but that doesn't mean they like you. That doesn't really mean that they respect you, because I go more on people's actions rather than the words that they say. right? It's always good to go by people's actions. So when people show you who they are, you know what I'm saying? You can bet money on that that's who they are. It wasn't a mistake. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I have just learned to I don't know what be wrong with these folks driving around Texas, honey. This man, he's so into my vehicle, he can't even drive. So let me go ahead and oh man. Okay. Yeah, so I'm glad y'all can't see me trying to stop road rage. But anyway, you have so many people that will listen to you. Yeah. Oh, laughing and joking with you, and honey, they don't even like you. You know, and that's not everybody. Like I said, it's some good people. They just not people you can vent to. They're still good people. They just that's not their personality. They don't have that type of skill or heart to really listen to what you got going on. That's not a part of their personality, I guess. You know, I don't know what it is, but I think it's more of a skill when you know how to practice not only emotional intelligence, but you know how to operate your emotional intelligence with your empathy and sympathy for other people. You know, and when you can do that, you can kind of understand and get outside of yourself on what you're going through, and you can actually see what another person is feeling. You know, how many people have some people have overlooked, and the person seemed okay and smiled and was the life of the party, and them same people was the same people that committed the S word. They took their life. How many people have we heard of? Maybe some in your family, it may be some people that you may know, acquaintance, and you've seen so many people, and you've passed by, you've had casual conversations, and you thought nothing of it because, you know, they seemed like they had it all together. But you knew something wasn't right because they were still a little, different. Bitch. Oh Lord, I'm about to cuss. I'm about to, Lord. I don't know what this heifer is doing, but she cannot drive. You big boned heifer. But how many people have you just dealt with and they seemed okay? They seemed like they had it all together, but it was something a little off about them. And they ended up unaliving themselves. Hey, goddess. It's so many people that we see every day. And I don't know what it was about me, but I used to attract. Look at me, I can't talk because I'm a little healthy myself. But it was something about me that I would always attract these people that would want to talk to me. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is wrong? Why am I always attracting these people that love talking to me? I mean, I could be minding my business, sitting alone, and then I'll have somebody to come to sit across from me, come and sit next to me, and then they'll start talking to me. And I used to be wondering to myself, what the hell? You know, I just want to be alone. And I started paying attention a little bit more. And when I started paying attention a little bit more and people will tell me their stories, that's why I like interviewing so much, because I said, well, God must be telling me something, because it's like people are drawn to me and we get in these long conversations and they tell me their whole life story like they've been knowing me. Like if I was a vindictive, vicious person, I could use this against them and manipulate them to get what I want. If I really was a mean, vicious person, right? If I really was the big snake, like some people think I am, which they probably are the biggest snake you'll ever meet, right? So if I really was that type of person, I could manipulate and get whatever I want. I can, from that person. I can play on that person's vulnerability, which a lot of people do. It's one thing about people that 99%. There's some vicious people in there. There's some manipulative people in there that will turn and twist your pain. But I think about it when these people would be talking to me, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? What am I supposed to get from this? And when I learned it, and I actually stop being so irritated at the fact that they were stopping me from being alone at the time, or reading a book, or just say, for instance, I'm going to a doctor's appointment. I don't want to be bothered, you know? And I started to really listen to people, pay attention to people. And I figured out a lot of times it's a lot of lonely people out here. When you think you're going through stuff, when you think you're going through your little spurts of loneliness, there's some people that are so super lonely, like lonely to the point that they just need somebody to just see them. They have felt like they blended in the crowd so long, they feel invisible. And sometimes it may be the universe, as some people would like to call it, or it could be God telling you, hey, show this person some compassion. Listen to what the person is saying. Don't try to use it against them. Don't try to judge them. Just listen to what they're saying. Be present at the time. And when I start doing that or whatever, I stop throwing people off. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like I said, I'm a loner. You know, even though I can be the life of the party, I'm to myself too. Hey, CC. And but there's times I don't want to be bothered. But I started to pay attention to when I would see those people that would come and try to, have a conversation, and I stopped being so irritated, and I started listening to them. And you just never knew, you just never know how you made a person feel. And one thing people remember, they don't remember everything you say, but they remember how you made them feel. I had went to a cousin's graduation party a few weeks ago. And, it was a guy cousin. One of his teachers were there at the graduation party. She was very eccentric, maybe a little annoying, if people, just to be quite honest with you. And she came to sit at a table. She was a little Caucasian lady. She came to sit at a table with, me and some of my family members. We were very nice, because, we pretty much kind people. We ain't going to be rude and be like, what the hell you doing over here? So we greeted her, and she just was talking to us, and some of my relatives kind of just would politely nod, but they would start talking to each other. Then I had another aunt over there. She was just spaced out. She was just like, I hope she don't say nothing to me because I really don't feel like talking. The other aunt, she was laughing, but she didn't nobody, we knew what she was laughing about. And my sister, one of my sisters was sitting next to her. So my sister just kept engaging with her. And then she would, of course, look right at me and engage also with me and my sister. I was across the table. So I was just engaging with her. So my sister, I could tell, was getting irritated. I was like, oh, Lord, with this lady, shut up. And in my mind, I was actually saying the same thing. So we were on the same wavelength. And as she was talking, and she was looking at me, and I was acting as if I was engaged. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I had that moment, I don't care. But then when I started listening to her, I said, you know what? This lady is really lonely. And I started to have a little bit more compassion with her. And my sister did too. But my sister was really trying to get away from her. And I understood. We all did. Some people are just, they don't mean no harm, but they're just worrisome because she didn't, she just didn't have anybody you could tell to really talk to. So as um as I engaged with the lady, she was really into what she was saying, and I sit there and listen to her, and I was, smiling, nodding politely, and people can say, well, that's fake, but it's a time and a place for everything. You're just not gonna just come out and just tell people, get the hell out of my face. I don't feel like hearing this shit. Like, that's just rude. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not the right thing to do. And like I said, I could have made a difference in that lady's life just by having a conversation with her. But after we left, she was so happy that we had a conversation with her. Um, she really was really happy that she was like, I'm so glad I met you guys and everything like that. And and we parted ways. My point of saying all of that was, yeah, bless her heart. My point of saying all of that was, it just takes a little bit of empathy and sympathy and compassion, um, to get out of yourself at times, and try to see where people coming from. You may think people weird, and some people are very weird. I'm talking about straight up weirdos. You may meet some people that you be like, oh, they talk too darn much. I wish they would shut the hell up. That's what you're thinking in your head. And some people crazy enough to say it. You're gonna meet all types of people. But one thing that I am learning, and because I'm experiencing things and meeting people, people don't remember what you say. People remember what you do and how you make them feel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why? And so I started to really pay attention to what I be doing, and start paying attention to what how I make people feel when I leave them with from a conversation. I don't want to make people feel, I want to tell people the truth, but I want to tell people the truth in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? And there's a right and a wrong way to do any and everything. And sometimes we need to learn to pay attention to what we're doing, to how we are making people feel when they come to us. It's a lot of times I don't feel like hearing people's problems. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have my own. But then I realized too that just like I want somebody to have compassion and empathy and sympathy for me, I gotta have that for another person. Now, am I perfect with it all the time? Absolutely not. Because a lot of times I will try to avoid people. Um, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I just got too much on my plate. But sometimes I have to learn that, get out of myself get out of myself, and see where other people coming from. It's not all about, what we going through sometimes. A lot of the times when we going through something, is actually so we can help somebody else. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and she was telling me about a situation, and she was just saying how, some people judge her for the way she thinks about a situation. And because I've been through not almost the same thing, but something similar to that, I was able to sympathize and empathize with her to enough to make her feel like she wasn't being judged for how she felt about a situation. Because really, at the end of the day, most people just want a listening ear, but in the same time, you got to be a listening ear to somebody else. You can't be so selfish and be so into yourself where you can't reach out and reach back to see what other people might be going through. Yes, you have to have discernment. Yes, you have to have wisdom on who, because some people that's telling you a sad story, sometimes they be playing on people's emotions too. They be playing on people's vulnerability, especially if you're a person that you have a good heart and you really mean people well. So you have to have discernment to know the difference, if this person is playing in my face, or this person is really going through something and they need somebody to talk to them. Because most of the time, if you really paying attention, you can tell the difference when somebody playing in your face, and then when somebody is actually really going through it and they just need a friend. They just need somebody to talk to, right? You will know the difference if you pay attention and stop and not be naive to think that everybody is good or everybody is bad. You have to pay attention to people. If nothing else that I have learned in these past few years of my life, pay attention to people. What people do to other people, they will do it to you. Also, see how, if people that you are dealing with, do they have compassion? Do they have empathy? Do they have sympathy for other people? Or it's like, F them, I don't care what they got going on, it's all about me. If they are those type of people, they are nobody's friend. See, I'm loyal to those who are loyal to me. I'm friends to those who are friends to me. I'm a friend to somebody. I'm not a friend to everybody. I hope that didn't go over some people's head. Okay. I'm a friend to somebody. I'm not a friend to everybody. Right. Nature. Reciprocity. Most people don't even know what that means, and some don't even care to even try it. It's all about them. See, we live in a world where it's all about our selfish needs. We're human at the end of the day. We want what we want, but like I said, the world doesn't revolve around us. There's actually people that really be going through some things, and they might just need one word. They might just need one hug. They might just need, you can keep going, don't give up. They might just need a helping hand every now and then. Hey, I don't have a lot of money, but I can give you this, or I like to pay for your lunch or dinner or whatever. Some people just need an act of kindness. You know what I'm saying? When I had some bad days, it was always, it's like God sent somebody to either say something to me or bless me in some type of way. I was having a real bad day, and one of my guy friends called me and said, "Hey, you were on my mind. Everything cool? Everything okay?" That means a lot to me. And I even try to do that for other people. I don't just want it for myself and not give it to other people. I try to give it to other people that I care about. Even some people that I don't even know. If it's a way that I can help you, I want to help you rather than hurt you. So, I just think about it. And, because when I was telling y'all yesterday about this fake women empowerment, I don't believe in the fake women empowerment, but I do believe in helping and uplifting some of my sisters. But I'm not going to uplift everybody, because everybody ain't worth uplifting. I'm going to just keep it 100. So, and I'm just going to keep it real. So, but that's just, in general with people, it's just some people you got a heart for them. And I don't care what type of agenda, what type of reputation anybody wants to put on me. And I say this all the time. Anybody that be on my live, I'll be saying this. I got real people that know me in real life. And they can stand on everything that I say because they know me. And most of all, I know me. Hey, realist. So we gotta, just look at ourselves sometimes. I look at myself. I never try to put everything on other people, because sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's me, and sometimes it ain't. And I know the difference when it ain't mine. And if I'm confused about something, I'll ask somebody that got some common sense and ask them, am I tripping or are they tripping? But again, it's about having wisdom and discernment on who to vent to, because you can't vent to everybody, right? So if you ain't learned nothing else that I said, sometimes just get out of yourself sometime and care a little bit about some people sometimes. Not everybody. Everybody is not worth it. I get it. But sometimes care about somebody else more than yourself. Just every now and then. Just every now and then. And be careful that you don't vent to the wrong person. Because again, like I told you, 99% of people could care less what you are going through. I am so glad that that person told me that. Even though I knew to an extent, but to hear it and to really see it, how people treat other people, it made it more even evident that what she was saying was the truth from my perspective. You see how folks treat each other, you can tell it's a lack of concern for another person, a lack of love or compassion. People don't give a damn about you. It's 1% that do. Maybe a few of your family, maybe a few of your friends, and it may just be a nice person that has a good heart. So we have to be more conscientious of what we are doing. How we're making people feel. Now, some people are just crazy and they are stuck on their own stupidity. And they are the ones that got the issue with being evil. But hey, that's another topic. But I'm talking about really just people in general that you just come across, and nobody can ever say a kind word about you. Nobody. Then you maybe have a problem. Everybody that you dealt with, they say you're a selfish person. Everybody. Not just one or two people you don't fell out with. Everybody. You're so selfish, you don't care nothing about what other people going through. You could care less. Them the type of people you definitely need to stay away from. You said yes, the chat the night of June the 29th was on time and blessing. I couldn't sleep, and it was God himself spoke to you, and I'm grateful. Then you followed up again on July the 1st. Thank you. Like I say, it's a universal law. You reap what you sow. So just be careful with the things that you put out with, some things. That's like I said, some people, their perception is their reality of you anyway. So however, they feel about you, that's pretty much they're gonna die with it. So that's good. That's fine. You can't please everybody. Everybody not gonna like you ain't gonna like everybody. So that's fine. I can live with that. But for the most part, people should not feel like you're just a horrible person. You're such a selfish person. It's all about you and nobody else, and you just make them feel just horrible just being around them. So those are the things that we have to pay more attention to, because like I said, we can't please everybody. But there should be somebody in your life, or somebodies in your life, that you actually helped, that you actually listened to without expecting anything in return, without taking what they told you and using it against you when you're upset with them, right? Somebody. So I'm paying more attention of my relationships that I have with people, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantically, whatever. I want to, when a person leaves me that I care about, that I'm dealing with or whatever, I want to make them feel good being around me. Now, I'm not going to be sweet all the time, because sometimes I'm a little feisty and I might tell them how I feel. But, it's not to hurt anybody. It's just to tell you what time it is, because at least you can say, oh, well, she did tell me. But But I'm the type of person too, and that's why I always go back over what I say, because people can read me the wrong way, and that's not what I'm trying. I may deliver it a little rough, but that's not how my heart is. Not to hurt you. It's actually to try to help you or to get you to see my point of view. It's not to hurt anyone, you know? It's not to hurt anyone. So, but for the most part, I would say when I leave, my family members, I leave my friends or whoever I deal with, I want to leave with making them feel good that they met me, right? And not dread that I can't. I hate that I ever met Selena, And I'm talking about real relationships. I'm not talking about anything on here, because baby, these people they'll take a narrative or somebody else's narrative and go from there, and you know how that is. So I ain't talking about no niggas. I'm talking about even some people on here. Like when they listen to your content and they kind of watch and observe you over time, seeing how you kind of move and stuff like that, then you want them to feel good about listening to you. Now the haters, I could care less about what they got, what they own, because you know how I feel about that, and that's why I say two middle fingers. But even with that, honey, I for the most part, I want to be able to touch people's lives in a positive way, and not have them regretting meeting me. I'll just say that. So guys, I hope you got something from what I said. And I'm about to go into my appointment, but I just did want to come on here and do this live and just say, hey, let's just learn. Let's all of us learn. Starting, if you're not now, let's stop being so selfish, get out of ourselves, and help somebody. Give somebody a word, a positive word. Give somebody give somebody some compassion every now and then. You don't have to always go through something to have compassion for somebody. Yeah, you don't have to go through the exact same thing. Just listen, be a listening ear. And then when you get mad at a person, or if y'all fall out, don't use it against them. Don't use it against them. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know what's wrong with people. People, when they say in the Bible, talking about people are lovers of themselves and their love is cold, they weren't lying. Man, people are cold-blooded out here. And then they put it on you as if you're the one being cold-blooded, which is crazy to me. Hey, Cutting Edge, thank you. So, yeah, love you guys at Reese's Pieces. I didn't reach my goal, but I do appreciate everybody that super chatted me today. I think it was Chill and Rollo. I appreciate you so much. But I'm about to go into my appointment. I hope that you got something from what I said. I hope that I greeted everybody that came in here, because I don't want to, hey, Mom, how are you? I don't want people to feel like they are not seen. One thing that I do really work on is making sure that I show people that I see you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to know you to see you. Ms. Sims, sometimes people just want to be seen. That's why so many people do some of the most egregious, craziest things, because they never felt like they've been seen before. Hey, Nature. So people just want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So you guys be blessed. I appreciate everything you guys are do when y'all come through here. Looks like I'm going on a date. Oh, Lord. Thank you so much, Miss Deborah. But I'm finna go, and love y'all to Reese's Pieces. Bye. Selena.
Oak Cliff girl, can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl, put them heels on and rule my
Welcome to
world.
Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers, just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.